It used to be that earning six figures was the gold standard of success. But now, even that isn't enough to live comfortably in many parts of America. Many people say they have more money stress now than they did in their 20s. They feel trapped on a hamster wheel that never stops. For years, people believed that once you made six figures, your problems would disappear. But in 2025, that belief has completely broken. America is still the world's largest economy. GDP has grown, and the government calls it a new era of prosperity. But behind that shiny image, a quiet crisis is spreading. Even people who earn a lot are starting to feel poor. About 14% of households make over $200,000 a year. Yet 62% of them are still in credit card debt. In Los Angeles, someone making $200,000 takes home around $140,000 after taxes. That money quickly disappears into rent, car payments, and food costs. In New York, many high earners admit they live like the working class. Making more money no longer means living a rich life. The American dream of freedom and prosperity has changed. It's now a hamster economy, where people run forever just to stay still. If those at the top are slipping down, what hope remains for others? Even during this so-called economic success, many feel like they're falling behind. Money worries have turned into emotional stress. And the line between middle class and poverty is fading away. America's economy may be strong, but its people feel weaker than ever. Even high-income earners live in fear of bills, insurance, and school fees. More than half of Americans say they need $100,000 a year to feel stable. But even those earning more than that struggle every month. 62% of high-income families still have credit card debt. They are called Henrys, high earners, not rich yet. Henrys make between $200,000 and $400,000 a year. They have big salaries but few real assets. Money flows in fast and flows out even faster. They rent expensive apartments and order food because they have no time to cook. Free time, once a symbol of success, now feels like a luxury bought with debt. Experts call this the paradox of high income. Earning a lot doesn't make you feel rich, spending does. So people spend to feel better, and end up owing even more. America's credit card debt has now passed $1.13 trillion. High salaries no longer protect people from inflation or rising living costs. Even those with six figures often live one mistake away from debt. In Los Angeles, young couples who once cooked now order food every day. They buy time but lose peace of mind. In Texas, garages turn into offices because real rent is too expensive. Weekends once meant rest, but now they mean counting bills and debt. This is not a housing bubble or stock crash. This is a crisis of faith in the American dream. People have lost control of their finances and their hopes. High earners keep running to maintain an image of success. But inside, many feel emptier than ever. Freedom, safety, and ownership, all once basic, are now luxuries. Even those who achieved everything still live in fear of losing it all. They're not afraid of poverty, but of the light of success fading away. Like a mouse on a wheel, millions keep running just to stay in place. Hard work no longer leads to freedom, but to endless exhaustion. Fear drives the system, fear of failure, fear of falling behind. Take the story of Marie Contreras. She was once a performer earning $15,000 a year. Later she built a marketing business making over $1.4 million a year. Her personal income reached $300,000 to $400,000. Yet she still feels anxious, tired, and financially insecure. Like most Henrys, she feels trapped in success. Most Henrys are under 40, paying student loans and mortgages. They have strong incomes but fragile assets. Rich in cash, poor in stability that defines this generation. They make more than ever but feel more tired than ever. As income rises, expectations rise too. And those expectations never stop growing. Many move to expensive cities thinking they can afford it. Then they realize their rent has doubled and savings vanished. It's called lifestyle creep, spending more to prove your worth. When friends eat at fancy places and travel abroad, you do the same. Their lifestyle becomes your budget. And soon, emotional spending takes over. People start buying things not out of need, but to feel better. An expensive dinner or designer item becomes a reward for stress. But that comfort fades quickly, and the cycle continues. They trade time for money and then money for time. In return, they only get exhaustion and emptiness. High income doesn't make people free, it traps them. They work harder and fear stopping even more. Many say they worry about money now more than when they were poor. When they had nothing, they could dream. Now they have everything except freedom. The upper middle class has become the symbol of exhaustion. For decades, people were told that 6 figures meant safety. That it was the key to comfort, peace, and success. But by 2025, that dream has turned into an illusion. People earning $100,000 say they need $246,000 to feel comfortable. Those earning $50,000 say they need at least $157,000 to be stable. Everyone wants more, and no one feels enough. Every time income rises, spending rises too. Each goal reached creates another one to chase. People no longer know what they're running after: safety or validation. Social comparison fuels the fire even more. When you see others earning more, your own success feels smaller. Social media fills minds with images of luxury and perfection. Each scroll makes people think they are behind. They stop feeling grateful and start feeling deprived. They lack time, peace, and purpose even when surrounded by success. The more they have, the more they fear losing it. Success has turned into pressure, not peace. And the scariest part is that no one knows what enough means anymore. America has become richer than ever in numbers but poorer in spirit. People spend not because they need to, but because they feel they deserve it. That feeling of, "I deserve," quietly turns into chains of obligation. Lifestyle creep, the silent disease of abundance, rules modern life. Each step forward creates a new expense, a new responsibility, a new fear. And very few people ever escape it. Lifestyle creep happens at every income level, from $50,000 to $500,000 a year. It's a simple trap where spending grows faster than savings. When people earn more, their brain feels safe and allows more spending. But that's when the spiral begins and life becomes more expensive. Most people spend their first extra money on food delivery, not savings. It's not because they're lazy, but because they don't have time to cook. Time, once a symbol of freedom, has become something people now buy. Every bag, every meal, every vacation becomes proof that life is still moving. But slowly, that lifestyle turns into a trap of endless expenses. Fixed costs like rent, car payments, and school fees keep rising silently. Even rich people start to feel like they are choking on their bills. They can't return to their old lifestyle, and they can't stop spending. This invisible disease makes people poor, not from lack of money but from limits. In a world where everything can be upgraded, satisfaction becomes rare. People buy not what they need, but what matches their social position. Each new item becomes a promise to keep earning more to maintain an image. Older generations saved for the future, but now saving feels impossible. Even those earning much more live with constant financial anxiety. They achieved a better life but don't know if it's truly good anymore. Lifestyle creep eats not just bank accounts, but also peace of mind. And maybe the saddest truth of our time is this. People are not in debt because they lack money, but because they can't stop. The old American dream said hard work could make anyone live well. But today, your zip code decides if you are free or trapped. In Los Angeles, a person earning $200,000 takes home around $140,000 after tax. A one-bedroom apartment costs at least $3,000 a month. A car costs $700, insurance $200, and gasoline $200. These fixed costs alone take nearly $50,000 a year. That doesn't include food, entertainment, or small emergencies. Every bill adds pressure, turning daily life into survival. To live the traditional American dream, house, car, savings, and kids, costs a lot. Experts say Americans now need at least $100,000 a year everywhere. But in 38 states, it takes more than $140,000 to maintain that standard. Even in cheaper states like Mississippi and Arkansas, you need over $110,000. Yet the average income there is only around $70,000 to $80,000. In places like California or Hawaii, being middle class means earning $240,000. That's 3 times the national median income. What was once a symbol of success is now just a ticket to survive. The richer people get, the poorer they feel. In California, someone earning $200,000 feels small next to millionaires. In New York, a few blocks can separate the rich from the struggling. In one building, a startup founder lives on the top floor. And on a lower floor, a couple with credit card debt tries to survive. Enough is no longer measured by money but by where you live. In small towns, $100,000 feeds a family, but in big cities, it pays only bills. This has created a geography of anxiety across America. Every state feels like a different version of the same struggle. People run faster each year just to avoid falling behind. In the past, people believed moving to big cities meant opportunity. But now, the closer they get to success, the heavier the pressure becomes. In today's America, you don't need to lose your job to go broke. Sometimes, just choosing the wrong city is enough. As prices rise everywhere, America faces another kind of inflation, emotional inflation. When food, rent, and life become too expensive, people turn to emotional spending. They shop not because they need things but to escape stress and anxiety. Over 25% of Americans admit to spending even when in financial trouble. They buy to feel in control, not to fill real needs. Every raise becomes an excuse to reward themselves with luxury. A vacation, a bag, or a fancy meal feels like a prize for hard work. But those rewards are psychological traps that replace savings with spending. People trade dopamine for debt and feel empty once the thrill fades. Modern society takes peace away and sells it back as fashion or entertainment. Each new purchase gives a quick hit of happiness that fades fast. And when it fades, anxiety grows stronger. On social media, success looks perfect and unreal. We see luxury trips, bright homes, and beautiful breakfasts by the window. For ordinary people, those images feel like reminders of failure. Even high earners feel like they're falling behind. Psychologists call this the dopamine economy. It's where spending becomes a way to hide emotional emptiness. One expert said, "We are trying to buy back the feeling of being enough." When every dollar becomes a tool to feel okay, the question changes. It's no longer, how much money do I have? But how much peace do I have left? After all the chasing for income and status, people realize something deeper. Wealth is not about money, it's about peace of mind. Being rich means not worrying about bills, sickness, or the future. In America 2025, that peace feels like luxury. Real financial freedom isn't a destination but a state of being. The first step toward that freedom is knowing your net worth. Your net worth is everything you own minus everything you owe. But most Americans don't track that number, they only know their salary. A financial advisor once said, "You can't know if you're rich if you don't know where you stand." That's why many people feel poor even when they earn a lot. They see 6 figures on their paycheck but feel no peace inside. Real wealth starts not when your income grows but when your fear disappears. It begins when you have 6 months of savings to protect your life. Because money can buy time, but not peace. In today's world, full of big salaries and empty hearts, true wealth is different. The richest people aren't those who have the most, but those who feel enough. Never before have Americans been so tired of their own success. Incomes are rising, but the sense of safety keeps falling. The city lights still shine, but under them, millions live in quiet fear. The generation that believed hard work was enough now sees that belief collapse. They are not poor, but they no longer feel free. Even high-income workers live paycheck to paycheck. Maybe the real crisis isn't about money, but about values. Maybe the new Great Recession starts inside people, not in the stock market. It begins when they realize everything they've been chasing no longer feels enough. If wealth is not measured in dollars, then what should it be measured in? If the American dream once meant freedom, who will dare to live differently now? If this story made you think, like and share it with others. Subscribe to explore more about the real face of the American dream. Because only by facing the truth can we rediscover the real meaning of freedom. This video was made to analyze, inspire, and help people think deeper about society. It does not represent any political or personal view. All information is based on public data, research, and reliable reports. The purpose is not to give financial advice but to explain modern economic reality. Viewers are encouraged to think, research, and form their own opinions. Any names or examples are used for illustration and not to describe real people, SS.